just a thought on getting on the ice with McDavid during the captain's case. I guess what was that first time to get
Um, yeah, actually, he wasn't out there when I got out there. A lot of guys were though, and it was just really fun. Good to get to go on with the fellas. Got a good skate in, and it was fun.
So you haven't been on the ice with them at all yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Happy to be here finally, just be on the ice, be in Edmonton and all that. How's it feeling finally?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm just happy to get going. It just feels good to be here around the rink, start finding my way. And then, we got a game tomorrow, and, it comes up quick, but it's exciting.
I was going to say, did you feel like you were going to play in the NHL this year? I know that the trade kind of facilitated that, but how much ready were you to go back to college and do that part of your career?
Yeah, I was definitely in a unique situation. Part of me felt that I was ready. I wanted to play in the NHL. At the same time, I was blessed to have such a good time at Michigan State, and in the grand scheme of it, I was ready to go back for another year and be there with my guys and chase national championships. So I kind of looked at it as a win-win situation. And then I was fortunate enough to get traded and end up in a great spot here.
Being an Oiler, being in Edmonton excites you?
Yeah, I think just the winning culture they have right now. They've been to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. We're on the hunt to win the Stanley Cup, and coming in the league, like being a young guy, not everyone can say that. And being surrounded with the best players in the world, so many opportunities to learn from them and just continue to grow my game.
How much did your mindset shift, obviously now coming to Edmonton, playing in the NHL, knowing that you also could have been playing college? Obviously, you want to be striving for your best, but they are different. So how did that kind of shift over the summer?
Yeah, it's going to be a unique challenge, and I think my mindset's just coming in here, playing my game. I hope to make the team, be in the NHL. Tackle that part of the game, and I think it's just at the end of the day, it's fun. It's a sweet opportunity I have. It's not too stressful actually. It's pretty unreal. So just coming here with a good attitude and have some fun.
Like some of your sort of colleagues would get drafted really high by some team that's got a ton of room in their roster because they finished 30th, and they walk in the league and there's a place for them. You're walking into a team that's been to the Cup for 2 years. They're dying to have some young guys around here that can play. But is the opportunity different, and how do you see the opportunity trying to squeeze into this lineup compared to maybe a lineup you have an easier time making?
Yeah, I think that's what's so cool about this place is they want to win the Stanley Cup, and that brings a fun and exciting aspect to it. And then obviously it can just gotta play my game during training camp. Hopefully get in, just do my thing and see where it goes.
This isn't a team where a young guy could just come out and play offense and, the puck went in my net, I'll figure that out next shift. It's pretty important here to be a well-rounded player if they're going to win. Is your game ready to contribute on a team like that?
Yeah, I think my game is winning hockey. I think that's why I'm excited about this fit. I think I'm ready to take this on, play both sides of the puck, and then just, play my game.
You work your whole life to put yourself in a position, to come into a camp and have people saying, that guy's got a good chance to make this team. How did you prepare this summer, kind of understanding this was really the first year where that was going to be the case?
Yeah, it was a fun summer having that in mind. Every summer, obviously, you have a goal. You have things that are pushing you when you get to the gym and on the ice. So having that in the back of my head, every day, just showing up, trying to get better, knowing what my goal is, and coming into training camp, being ready, it was pretty fun. And I think just summer in general, just put my head down, worked hard, kind of similar stuff to summers in the past, but, a new challenge.
I suppose the goal is making this team, obviously, but do you have a goal beyond that in terms of what you want to do, what you want to show the coaching staff, where you want to fit in potentially?
Yeah, I think just want to make a seamless jump to the NHL. I want to obviously right from the get-go just play my game and be effective. Be effective offensively. Be good in my own end. Nothing too crazy of goals, but just want to be impactful.
Michigan is a state place that obviously knows hockey, but it's a little different up here sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what Edmonton's market and what you're kind of stepping into in that regard?
Yeah, I think it's so cool just how how crazy it can be. Like I could see downtown just being rowdy in the playoffs. I could see just the atmosphere of it. Just watching the games, it looks incredible at Rogers Place. So You know, it's kind of the cool part about Canada is you know, hockey's their sport, and you come play in a market like this, it's crazy, and you know, as a player, that's pretty unreal.
How would you describe your personality and how that maybe will help you take this on?
Yeah, I think I just, you know, always have a good mindset. You know, like to show up to the rink, have fun. You know, it's a pretty, you know, now it's, I guess, a job, and it's a pretty sweet job to have. So you know, never really getting down or negative. You know, just realizing how fortunate I am to be able to have this as a job, and you know, at the end of the day, it's just a blast.
Matt Floyd was talking about you guys talking a little bit. He's from here. Have you
Yeah.
been able to pick his brain a little bit about kind of how to maneuver and how to get around here and all that?
Yeah, a little bit. Had to ask him if there's a chipper nearby, and there is, which is pretty sweet. When I got in the first night, I had to DoorDash that, so that was pretty good. Other than that, just, you know, we'll grab dinners around here and stuff, and you just walk around.
So part of the issue or the reason you're not in Tampa was that an assignment to Syracuse just didn't work out between you guys and them and all that. Where do you stand on that? What happens if they send you to Bakersfield or want you to go to Bakersfield? You willing to go?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm here just to, you know, that's not my call. It's not my judgment. You know, there's people that get paid a lot of money to make those calls and stuff, and you know, I'm just a player. So I just got to show up, do what I can, and you know, see where it goes.